Hey, so guys, yeah.
We're here again. This is our favorite spot. Of all spots, we've been here once before. Stephen comes here regularly, and it's a prayer walk place. It's a paradise. It's a place where people come. And we were just talking in the car. It's like, why would we go to try and build something over there when it's already been built by us by the city for us? This wonderful place where we can go and disciple people. And we were talking about disciples. What is the true disciple? And a true disciple, we go to the Word to find that. The definition of a true disciple is the definition of a true family member. When Jesus was inside the house and his mother and brother were outside, he says, well, actually my mother and brothers are here. This is my family right here, those who hear the word of God and do it. And I believe that is a hand in glove. True disciple is a true family member, and those whom he calls friends. And so, Stephen, how would you like to add to that? I mean, it fleshes out in many ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, and true disciples are those who continue in his word. They hear his word, they continue, right, to hear it and to do it as well. The family.
The continuation.
The continuation.
Right.
He says, truly, if you hear my word and you continue in it, truly you're my disciple.
That's right.
Or you're my disciple indeed, truly my disciples. So these are the true disciples, are the ones who don't just like, well, I just did it for one event. And then I just go back to my life.
Yeah.
The ones that are just true disciples are the ones that are continuing in that, and they get heavy. Their trees get heavy with fruit.
Exactly. The abiding, because the Father is glorified when we bear much fruit. So it's the abiding, which is the continuing in the Word. And I just love it that you just segued into the fruit, because let's talk about fruit.
Because fruit is what we see. There's false disciples are not going to have good fruit. They're going to bear fruit that is not good. It's going to be divisive. It's going to be causing issues and problems with people. It's going to be causing people to fall into sin. All these things we see with people who say they follow Jesus or lead people to follow Jesus, and yet they themselves struggle in it. Yet we are seeing people set free from sin. We are seeing people set free from sickness and disease.
Amen.
Just like Jesus went around doing good.
Amen.
We want to go around doing good, guys. That's pretty much the simple definition.
Amen.
And then as we are presented with a problem, with something where someone is captivated or held captive by the enemy with sickness or disease, we cast it out. We take the authority he's given us. And these are the good works of Christ that we are to continue in. And as we do that, we are humbled and we learn of him, and our character gets shaped within that. In the midst of that, our character is also shaped, and there's a variety of fruit that you can look at the true disciple has. And some of it is the works we have, some of it is just how the depth of our character, what God's doing in our life. And that's what we need. People, and we should invite them to taste our fruit.
Amen.
If you've got good fruit, you should say, come, see my fruit. Jesus said, when people would accuse him of doing all sorts of crazy things, okay, which miracle are you going to stone me for? Which work?
Which one?
Which one? Because he knew that. He said that to them because he's like, look at my works. Like, I'm doing good. And you want to get rid of me. So we should have the same confidence as we do good, as we see people healed and delivered, as we see people come into the kingdom.
Amen.
We can be confident, hey, see this fruit, guys? It's good fruit.
And I think a true disciple also has another level of commitment, and that's called the yoke. Jesus said, all he who are weary and heavy laden, come unto me and I will give you rest. Don't stop there. Next verse says, take my yoke upon you, for I am meek and humble. Learn of me, and you will find your rest. So the yoke is the rest. We need to yoke ourselves. Are we yoked to him? Are we allowing our lives to be in step with him? And there we find rest. So we go out, and physically, we've been walking all day, but inside, the excitement, the exuberance, the power that God pours out through us into others leaves us, as the English might say, wobbly. We tremble. Our hearts tremble with with joy, with fear of God's awesome ways, and our love for Him, and devotion grows. And so I would challenge you, my friends, if you are tired and weary and you're trying to find that rest, take the yoke, because that is actually that's the offer. The rest is the outcome. The yoke is the means by which it happens. And I would like to just invite you into the rest of God by taking His yoke. Amen. We'll see you soon.